So, my name is Lori. I'm from Connecticut. And a little bit about me is I am a confused person my whole life. I am one of those people that are a jack of many trades, but a master at none. And yeah, my story kind of began when I was a kid, growing up in a very weird home
Yeah,
where weird things started happening.
yeah, and we'll get into all of that, all of the weird things that happen in the haunted house that you lived in. But before we get there, I always like to ask questions about the parents and the faith in the home because it gives a lot of context as to how you processed some of the things that happened later on in life. So when it comes to you, what did your parents believe? What did they teach you? Were they religious at all? Was there any talk about God in the home? Like, how was that when you were very young?
We went to church on Sundays. We were the Sunday people. Um, kind of, swear and do whatever we want on Saturday and ask for forgiveness on Sundays is what it felt like for a lot of my life. Um, my mom was a little bit more religious than my dad. He came probably a handful of times that I remember to church, if I even remember him coming to church. Um, it was a Christian church, and there wasn't much religion in my life in the beginning, but I guess I could say my mom and my grandma that would live with us a few months out of the year sometimes, she was very religious. She loved God. God was everything to her. So if there was any sort of foundation of God, it was from her that we knew of. And then my mom kind of had a little bit of that little by little in life, and then it kind of progressed from there.
Okay. So would you say that your dad was a Christian? It seems like you say your mom was kind of lukewarm Christian. Can you maybe
Yeah.
expand a little bit on these things? Because living in a haunted house is not something that usually many Christians would be willing to do. And so I just want to get a really good picture of what they believed before we get into the story.
My dad, it's hard to tell. Like, I know he believed in God, I think. I'm gonna say, yeah, I know he believed in God, uh, but he didn't talk much about God. If there was, like, a moment that we said grace, he would bow his head. If he was gonna say grace, he was more than happy to do it. He was, like, one of those people, very lukewarm as well.
Okay. So let's get into the house. Can you explain the circumstances around how you ended up moving in a haunted house?